Oh, I got to give everybody an update. I found out I've been talking too loud on this cheap webcam. Whew. Um, it's amazing. If I did have a contract and was working for somebody else, the pressure would be overwhelming. I'm working for myself. My obligations are only to myself. I have one engagement coming up on the 20th, uh, and the schedule that I'm setting for myself seems to be overwhelming. Just to practice the scales and try to learn a new keyboard and software, putting up these YouTube videos. Look, here it is. My main thing was trying to put up some YouTube videos to try to get a little bit of income. That was for to start the income thing. But I have to get situated on Facebook first. Okay. Meanwhile, I want to improve my playing skills with my scales. Forget about learning new songs now. But that's one finger, shouldn't even be there. My sight reading exercises, I can forget about the bebop scales for now too. With learning new songs, that's just more time practice. It would improve my jazz standards. Three fingers here. I need to learn this Phantom keyboard that I just got. And on top of that, I got Logic Pro. I got like 70 more days to learn Logic Pro for free because it worked so good with the Phantom. These fingers should be up. These two down. There's three things I'm doing. Christmas songs, ASAP. So I decided that I need to register my car, the registration and the information. I think nowadays, I think you don't even have to go online to set an appointment. They had this machine out there, looked like a gas pump. I sometimes I'm not saying I hate learning new things, but I don't feel like doing it. When you don't feel like learning something, it becomes harder. I guess that's why I'm having problems with my reading, my music. I actually don't feel like practicing reading. And all these years I've been playing, I figured I should be able to just pick up a sight reading. But if you don't practice something, it ain't gonna happen. Anyway, I need to register my car, and it doesn't want to show up online. I'm online looking, complaining about everything. But it's so I guess you know what? I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Years ago, I met this young man on the subway. He was like admiring me for my style and the way I was living out on the street, and I had my own way of dressing. And he wanted to start to dress in no, this is somebody else different. This guy was playing guitar, and it was so funny. It was like on Living Colors. He would say, "Hey." He played guitar. He had on this leather shirt that looked like it was made of uh, a big piece of rawhide, like how when you cut it right off the cow and you have the raggedy parts where the legs used to be, and you just cut a hole in it. I found out it was like $60 at years ago. It was $60, just like the moccasins used to be $40 years ago. Anyway, he was playing guitar. He had a guitar, a paper bag with some money in it, and a guitar that had a sack, like a paper sack, like Johnny B. Good. And he was playing. He's a light-skinned guy, nice-looking young man. He would play guitar. He was strumming. Ting, 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 ting. He had a song called a Raccoon Rainbow Warrior. A little CD. No, I think it might have been cassettes back in the day. Well, anyway, the thing was, it's no. I'm telling a story about somebody else different, because I did send this guy down. I sent him up to the Smithsonian where to play at, right next to a popcorn stand. I described it. I usually don't give my secrets out. I know I'm jumping around being frivolous here, but I sent him up. If you can follow my a train of thought here. I sent this guy up. I'm talking about not appreciating things and being spoiled. I sent him up to play guitar at the Smithsonian. Like I said, I don't give my secrets out, but I did tell every blue moon I give a street performer, a busker, some secret stuff. He came back with a sack full of money. He said, "Man, I did good up there." And he used to play the same song all the time. He would meet somebody and say, "You know what? I wrote a song. I wrote a song just for you. Would you like to hear it? Here you go." And he did that before I saw it on Living Colors. You know, the guy on Living Colors said, "I wrote a song for you. Like to hear it? Here it is." Ting, ting. I met I don't know if he was white or just light skinned. I don't know where he could have been. Could have been any nationality. Fair skin, as they call it. I don't know. But anyway, there was another guy that I met, and blah, blah, fast forward. He was trying to dress like people used to dress in pictures that we see back in Jesus' day, because we don't really know how they dressed, you know, with the, like Moses with the robe on. And I saw him on the subway years later. He kept pulling this. No, I saw him when I was playing. He didn't have it specially tailored, you know, his little Jesus outfit he made. No, it was I don't remember which one the guy it was. But the thing about one of the guys was telling me he had a Volkswagen bus. And he was complaining about he had to overhaul the engine, the whole engine again. My brother used to love the process before he got tired of knocking his knuckles, knuckle busters. But I was telling him, I said, "You got a Volkswagen bus?" I said, "Man, I said, you got it twisted. Your blessings is you got a vintage Volkswagen bus. When I was coming up, if you had a Volkswagen bus, you was a cool hippie. You kept it running. You can go across the country in that thing." And he looked at me. He didn't say anything. But I say that to say I'm counting my blessings. Complaining about I've been driving for 8 years. At one time, 8 years ago, I was 8 years younger than I am now. When I'm 48, I was like 54 or something. And I got my driver's license and I bought a car in a short period of time. And now I have a car, I have a beautiful place to stay. I have a new keyboard. It's only costing me $100, $111 a month for 64 months. I guess it may be more than that though. But anyway, I can pay for this with time. I got software. I have all the time in the world. Can't go outside. And I'm complaining about a work schedule that is a little bit, it takes some concentration to get used to. Man, spoiled. Blessings overflow. I tell you, people always say, millionaires say that money don't make you happy, but you say, "Oh, he's a millionaire, he's saying that." But see, he's there, he's experiencing it. But I tell you, usually you see something that you want and you're so excited about getting it. I guarantee it, 9 times out of 10, whatever it is that you're dreaming about you're going to get, it's going to get dust on it after you get it. It's going to get dust on it. After you get it, it's going to get dust on it. Very seldom somebody's really out there. I had, when I first, my car, it took really almost 4 years for the old to wear, or 5 years for the new to wear off of my car. I was polishing that. I still keep it covered up. I appreciate my car right now. If I lived in a different place where I could jack it up and take the wheels off, I'm living in a high class area around here. You don't want to jack a car up and take the wheels off. First thing they're going to think it was somebody stole the wheels, even if you did it yourself. But I'm blessed. My blessings overflow. I'm living in paradise over here, where I'm complaining that I can't take my tires off my car because somebody is going to report it in this neighborhood because it's kind of classy. It's so classy I can't do certain things like You know, some neighborhoods you can go out in there and work on your car all day long. I haven't seen anybody working on his car in this neighborhood. They don't even have some public housing right over there. They don't even have a neighborhood grease monkey in that neighborhood because it wouldn't be he wouldn't be able to work in this area anyway because he will get reported. That's another blessing. The things are blessings everywhere. 10 minutes. Oh, like I said, I'm gonna keep this down. Anyway, my schedule. I gotta reassess the situation. I'm reassessing the situation. Gotta pick a pocket or two. I love that too. I need to learn all of those songs from Oliver. Christmas songs. So what happened was I'm going to drop everything. I'm still going to be practicing my scales. I'm going to be doing everything on the side. Maybe do one song, but you know what? It takes forever to even put one song up on YouTube. Not unless I really stick to the fact that I said it's going to go up with all the mistakes. Actually, I do try to get it halfway decent. But if I just play the song, you know what? I need to start recording the recording process. Record it and then put up the song and then put up another video of all of the bloopers. But then it's going to take forever to edit. But I am learning Final Cut a little bit faster. But the factor is a time factor because after the end of the day, some gun-ho people, after the end of the day, they watch their reviews or they watch their how-to videos on. That's their relaxation. My relaxation is get rid of it from everything. Watch Star Trek or Cheers or something stupid, you know, Futurama, some crazy cartoon, or even some old Twilight Zone, just to unwind. Because I push myself so hard that I push myself for like 4 days, and then I'm setting up after I eat something and fall asleep. And I've been eating healthy. Some people you eat so unhealthy that you're gonna fall asleep. I guarantee if you're not used to McDonald's, you eat some McDonald's food and sit there for a minute, you're gonna feel strange. Years ago, I went to visit my mother with my sister, Lisa and Jackie. We went out to see my mother. We stopped past McDonald's. We had a couple of hamburgers, and both of us were saying, "Wow!" And she's driving along. She said, "You feel funny?" I said, "Yeah, I feel funny." We had got whatever was in the hamburgers and the French fries. The chemicals went right to our heads. I do eat healthy, halfway healthy. So when I eat something and I feel sleepy, it's because my sleep is coming down on me from me pushing myself so hard. Well, anyways, to sum it up, Rambling Man, if you can make sense of anything I said, you know me well. My friends know me well. Even people in my family sometimes, they can't follow what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, when I made that introduction to the video, you saw that little introduction where I'm saying, "Hello, this is Carlton Moxley. And this is a series of From Practice to Perfection. In this video, blah, blah, blah." I'm talking like that. You know, what I'm going to do now, really, when I start making my videos, I'm going to start talking like this. This is Carlton Moxley. And we're going to work on this right now. And from here, we're going to go. And we're going to, I'm going to like talk like a newscaster or somebody selling like motorcycle equipment. Redzilla. I'm going to take you from here to be myself. But, there's comes a time where if I was going to speak in front of people, I don't know if I would have to practice matter of fact, I would try to write it out so I can pronounce all the words properly. Or if I have a terminology, I don't want to get caught. Actually, the president of the United States, he's a freelancer. He's a freestyler. He very seldom he goes by what's written on the script. He has a little format where they want to talk about it, and he talks about it. That's why he always gets all mixed up, and his words all get mixed up. Because actually, I have to say the truth. That's one thing I can say that was truthful about him. He didn't lie about anything that He was himself. I'll put it this way. He was himself before he got elected. He's still himself. You knew what you were getting before you voted for him. If you voted for him, you got what you asked for. So ain't nobody. I promised myself I wasn't gonna say anything bad about the president of the United States because it's. I was in the Army and I was in the Navy and I took an oath. So I hear people say that's not your president. Wait, you have to go live in another country and become a citizen of a different country in order to say that. The reality is that you don't accept him as your president. He's our president. I'm in God's hands. It's like back in the day when the Pharaoh was in charge. I didn't see the children of Israel or the children who were captive by the different countries, Egyptians at one time, and then it's different people in the Bible. They took over God's people, and there was nothing they could do about it. It was in God's hands. God sets up kings and he takes them down. You know, rattling man again. Let me get out of here. Anyway, the format is Rick. I'm going to do the Christmas songs. The Christmas songs, I'm going to start them off with in Pro Tools with the metronome click. Every time I practice a Christmas song, I'm going to save it into Pro Tools or even Studio One. And I need to force myself to start recording in Logic Pro and start recording on keyboard. Yesterday, I did take some time and run through some of the sounds on this Phantom. Ran through some of the sounds on it. It's some fascinating stuff in here. It's a lot of presets in here. I figured out where I could save where the user spots were, where you can save the tones, scenes. I ran through some of the sounds, and I'm learning here how to. It's so overwhelming, but it's so easy. It's got 16 tracks, and you can just line it up. But it's not gelling with me. Actually, it's not gelling with me, so it's not falling. It's really easy, but I haven't been concentrating on it. That's all to it. Spreading my peanut butter so thin across so many different sandwiches. I hate that. Years ago, when I tried to do so many different things at one time, I got nothing done. So I'm coming into Christmas, so I need to focus on these Christmas songs. Really cut to chase. I need to start recording my sessions. I got songs I wrote. I haven't even started a session. I got a half a session with some piano part and a little bit of bass line. I do got a rough drum track with I did set up the intro and all that stuff. Intro fields, all the markers. I put all the markers down for one song. I did have another song that I did have to do. My brother's mailing me some CDs I sent him years ago. There's a song that I forgot. I can't hum it in my head. But most of the other ones I have on I don't have on MIDI files, but yeah, I have them within iTunes that I popped it in the CD, and they were in the cloud when I moved. Anyway, time is up again. Rattling man, babbling. Tower Babel dude. I should call these the Babel series, where the languages were confused. If you understand anything, whereas for my regular customers, like I was saying, some of the people in my family don't understand when I text them, they can't make heads or tails. When I meet somebody and I'm talking and they actually understand what I'm saying, I gel with them. Some people I've been knowing for years, when I'm talking to them, and then when they comment on what I just said, didn't have anything to do with what I just said. I understand it. Then I can see that person don't understand my babble. My brother says that I talk so fast that nothing makes sense. When I made that little intro, he says, "Whoa, I didn't know you could talk like that." Put everything in perspective. metabolically speaking, metaphysically. What like the Three Stooges used to say, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. They say you ignoramus. I resemble that remark. Peace and hair grease. We out. Leave a comment. Leave a comment if it's no more than I didn't understand a word you said. Peace. That wasn't even funny, and I'm laughing at it. That must be in the morning time. Well, I'm gonna get on my breakfast. Like I said, I'm gonna get on my Christmas stuff. Learn how to use my sequence. I need to get some sessions. You know what? Once I start getting some sessions down, man, where I can look at it and I see my drums there, my bass line, I can get into a little bit of mixing, then it's gonna be on. Get that butterfly feeling in your stomach. Man, this song is gonna be tight. I haven't even got anything laid down. Or start recording. I got this dynamite keyboard. It's set in here. I'm using it for a piano. I'm out. Peace and hair grease. Leave a comment. Ring the bell. And get ready for the next video. It might even be a Christmas song. See ya.